Hello everyone, and welcome back for a weather forecast. In this important video, we are going to be talking about the potential for a tornado outbreak across areas in the upper Midwest. As always, we begin by looking at the latest timing. Morning surface analysis shows a precipitation reinforced boundary extending from central Iowa into Wisconsin. This boundary will move only slightly northward this afternoon as a strong shortwave trough currently over Colorado approaches. Increasing low-level winds and cyclogenesis along the boundary will lead to thunderstorm development by mid-afternoon from western Wisconsin into northeast Iowa. High and mid clouds will limit heating somewhat. However, dew points in the lower 70s and steep mid-level lapse rates will yield mixed layer CAPE values of 3,000 plus joules per kilogram. Strong deep layer shear and large hotographs will promote supercells capable of very large hail and a few tornadoes, some strong, during the first several hours of the event. It is not clear how long activity will remain discrete before upscale organization occurs, with an increasing risk of damaging winds. Let's take some time to look at the latest forecast from the Storm Prediction Center. We have two separate areas to watch for severe weather today, one which stretches from the Gulf Coast northward into New York. The greatest risk for the eastern United States will be concentrated in the southeast and mid-Atlantic, with a primary threat of damaging wind. The risk area that we will be focusing on in this video is in the upper Midwest. A marginal risk is in place from Kansas up into the Great Lakes region. A slight risk is also in place from extreme northern areas of Missouri into the Great Lakes. Lastly, the greatest concern for severe weather is represented in orange, from northeastern portions of Iowa into the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Here is the tornado threat for today. Isolated tornadoes will be a possibility if you live within the green and brown shades, which are in place from northeast Kansas into the Great Lakes. We also have a yellow hatch risk area, which is especially dangerous. If you live anywhere within that area, it's very important that you stay weather aware today, because multiple tornadoes will be possible, with even a couple strong tornadoes not out of the question. Major cities within this threat area include Madison, Wisconsin, Green Bay, Wisconsin, Appleton, Wisconsin, Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and Dubuque, Iowa. The threat for damaging wind gusts will be a concern for anybody within the brown and yellow shades, where winds could gust between 60 and potentially 70 miles per hour. The greatest threat for these winds will stay in the upper Midwest, across the red and hatch risk areas. Citizens within the hatch risk area may experience a couple thunderstorms capable of hurricane-force wind gusts. Lastly, the threat of large to very large hailstones. Large hail will be a concern for many areas, but primarily in the red hatch risk area. Supercells that form between northeast Iowa and portions of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan are at risk of seeing hailstones greater than 2 inches in diameter, which are very capable of causing heavy damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles, and especially if these hailstones are being blown into objects and structures at high wind speeds. And that's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this forecast. If you are interested in seeing more in the future, consider subscribing to the channel, and be safe with these dangerous thunderstorms.